Welcome back to another video. Now, tensions have been rising between Cavalier and the Global Shield, but it is only now that we've had to put out an actual alert to warn citizens of an impending attack against Vanuatu, because that is where most of the attacks have been centralized. It's interesting because Papua New Guinea have been the most they haven't been the most active, but they've been the most aggressive. Um, Somalia has seen next to no um, gunfire, but there is going to be a plan, which I want to talk about in another video for Africa. But in this video, we're going to talk about the alert that was put out today um, around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that alert will be shown.
Vanuatu is the Pacific's quiet achiever, an archipelago of
Emergency alert requested by the Cavalier Overseas Protection Agency and authorized by the Breakpoint system. Today at 10 a.m. EST, Global Shield troops consisting of troops from Uganda, Tanzania, Papua New Guinea and Chile were seen leaving the Honiara port, traveling in the direction of Vanuatu. This alert is code red, meaning that an invasion of Vanuatu by land, air and sea is very likely. You are ordered by the Cavalier government to evacuate the coasts and Port Vila immediately. The military will lead civilians to bunkers to wait out this conflict. You will be provided food, water and shelter. Evacuate the coasts and Port Vila immediately, your life is in danger. To evacuate before Global Shield troops arrive at Vanuatu. Evacuate the coasts and Port Vila immediately. Global Shield troops will most likely not show mercy to Vanuatu civilians.
This alert was put out all throughout Vanuatu today at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, of course, this caused mass panic because, well, nobody wants to be invaded. Of course, we weren't going to let that happen, so we've already been on high alert throughout the entire time um, that the Global Shield was formed. We've been at high alert around our governed countries, around the Eagle, and we were prepared for this. So we armed our troops. We were ready at the coasts. We were ready at the sea. And there were standoffs. We were seeing Global Shield troops. They're in the water currently. No Global Shield troops have made contact with Vanuatu. Um, but we are currently at a standoff with Vanuatu, with the Global Shield. We will do everything in our power to protect Vanuatu. We will not let the Global Shield take Vanuatu. That is imperative. We will not let that happen. Okay. Um, the Global Shield will not win. I'm not letting them win. There's no way I'm gonna let them take over Vanuatu. That would just be me getting bent over, and that's not gonna happen because I'm not that type of leader. Um, Now, we are still on high alert. Citizens are in bunkers with their things, their most important things. Um, they are being hidden away from the Global Shield. We know where citizens are stationed. So we are prepared for a global scale event concerning our lands. Because we need to be prepared for everything, of course, as we are a global superpower. Um, so, again, the bottom line is that alert was broadcasted. We might broadcast another alert. Who knows at this point? Because Global Shield troops are positioned in the sea. They have not made contact with Vanuatu yet. They have not made contact physically with Vanuatu. Um, and I don't plan on letting them. We are at a standstill with them. They are stationed in the sea. We are stationed in the sea. we are also stationed on land. Um, Now we're going to move into potential military operations that we can take. I've just pulled up a template map here. This is not the real map that I use to update everything. Of course, this is untitled. I have here real world map. Back. So, of course, this is the map here. So we're going to move into Vanuatu. So, as you can see, there's war colors there, just like here. Um, so I just want to move into potential military operations we can take out concerning Vanuatu. So what we could do is we could encircle them. We can move in on like this. But yeah, I think we could move around them into and try to take it and move in like this because we are allies here. We could also um, we could also move in from here. I mean, that's very close to Papua New Guinea. Actually, I've never seen it so close before. That's very interesting. We could do that. We could also, because of our friendship with Indonesia, move in like that. That's definitely something we could do. Or we could move in like this. Just push them on this front first. Alright, that's number one. Let me get this all down. This is number one. Then we move in from Indonesia, that's number two. And then we move in from Australia, that's number three. So I'll explain to you the tactic of this. This is number one because obviously we want to make them think that we're just pushing in, face to face. We're just going in, going in. That'll make sure that they push all their stuff here. While now we can go from Indonesia and then go in from here. Now, also um, I'm not doing a war with 2-year-olds. They might know about this here, or they might not because right now I've seen no increased buildup here, and I have no increased buildup here. We have spies everywhere in the world. There's no increased buildup here. There's no increased buildup here. So honestly, it's so honestly I don't know if they know because you know what? It seems like they don't know that we could just attack through here. Because right now, they're positioning all their stuff right here. And, that's actually pretty good for us tactically. So maybe we could just go like that around. That doesn't seem like a very good idea, honestly. We could start by, just shooting a couple shots, pretending like we're doing the war. That's number one, of course. Pretending like we're doing the war, number one, and then we push in from Indonesia. But then that could also get Indonesia in trouble. Because then it would be like raiding them, and then they might get upset at Indonesia. But of course, we're Cavalier. Maybe one of the strongest, maybe even the strongest military in the world. We would most likely take them um, very, very easily. We could just easily make that. And then, we could reunite that, and then push into the Solomon Islands. See, we could do that. And you see, it'll all work out in the end because I'm not ever gonna let terrorists, known as the Global Shield, go. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I'm not that type of leader. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to debate this with my special advisor. But what I'm thinking is we start off with this, we shoot off a couple shots so that they can put all their stuff here. That's number one. That's plan number one. Number two, we push in from Indonesia, get all the stuff here, and that would be a war front. Slowly but surely, we can start to make progress, and then eventually we take over the island. But that happens sooner by taking off from Australia, our very good allies, and pushing in through there. And then there would be a war front there. So then what happens was, right now they put their stuff in the Solomon Islands so that they could get a good shot at us here. So they're not. I mean, they're still guarding their mainland, but not as much as they would regularly. They put their stuff in the Solomon Islands. So we start taking Papua New Guinea. They rush all their stuff back to Papua New Guinea to protect their mainland. Solomon Islands, they have a, uh, a force protecting their um, their mainland, but let's be honest, I believe it's like a police force. It's not a good military. We could take this in a matter of hours, honestly. They rush all their stuff back, not protecting the Solomon Islands, and while we've already made progress now from here, this is a decoy. From those decoys, we can actually move into the Solomon Islands, take the Solomon Islands, and while doing that, we take Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands and make this all green. But in reality, we're not making it green, we're making it purple. Yeah, we're making it purple because then that would actually be Cavalian territory. So it's unfortunate that the war had to be this way. Of course, world domination is going to have to happen by the end of by I think June or July. But you know what? I didn't think it'd be this way. Of course, there have been no new Global Shield members. I'll update that as soon as I can if there are any. It's pretty funny how Nigeria stopped wanting to be members because if you remember, um, Nigeria stopped being members because, again, if you remember, the Global Shield launched 5 ballistic missiles at Vanuatu, and they were all shot down. It's pretty embarrassing. So Nigeria just withdrawed immediately, and then I believe this all happened. So again, that's my plan. Hope I'm gonna talk it over with my special advisor. Hopefully, we'll get that done soon enough. And well, we are at a standstill. I'm gonna put it, I guess, around this area. We are at a standstill. What should we make standstill? Brown, because standstills are trash. We are at a standstill right here with the Global Shield forces and um, Cavalier. Global Shield forces and Cavalier. That's the standstill right there. Now, I'm not gonna put that on actually, but just to see this template. Now it does look like it's pretty far away, but of course it most likely been planning this for a while. There's been Chilean forces, Ugandan, Tanzanian, Papua New Guinea, and Solomon Islands. Solomon Islands doesn't really have a force, but they still have a force. Um, it's really a police force, I believe. But anyway, it's there, and we are at a standstill with them, and we're just gonna see how it goes. So yeah, this is the updates, and thank you for watching this video. And